Isn't there enough frustrations in this world to go around that you don't need to create any new frustrations by doing things independent from God, and God's love for you have to frustrate it? That's my thought for today. Powerful. Whom the Lord loves, whom the Lord loves, He frustrates. Why would He do that? How His love for you. You're going in the wrong way. You're getting off the beaten trail, the path that He's laid before you, in the presence of your enemies, and you go up and join your enemies. Unaware many times that you're doing it. Until someday, after being disciplined enough by your father, he catches the drift. Stay on the straight and narrow road. You can look left and right. Observe, watch. Then pray. Communicate to your father about it. Ask him, what do you think of that? If he wants you to go there, he'll send you there for his purposes. For your learning what this life is all about. Try a little bit of this, try a little bit of that. That's what we do. We sin, they call it. You act independent from God doing that. And you sure enough find out, quick enough, what am I doing here? Help! And God helps you. He said that He would get you to lie down at that point in green grass. Feed you. Teach you a little bit. What you just learned. Get you out of this rushing waters of this left and right decisions. He brings you beside still waters. Hand scoops the water to you from a little pool, not from a rushing rapids. He restores your soul. Then He sets you out. Well, He restores your soul of your intellect, your emotions, that all confused. Then He reinvigorates you after disciplining you. He sets you on the path again. He leads you in the path of righteousness for His name's sake. His name's sake. Not your will. His will be done. And you continue to venture on in the path of righteousness for His name's sake. This thing of righteousness, the first mention of that word righteous comes up out of the book of Genesis. With Abram, what did he do? God spoke to him. He was a pagan at the time that God was speaking to him. That was counted to him as righteousness, to hear from God. So you want a simple definition of the word righteousness? It's Him telling you, leading, guiding you for His name's sake, which benefits you in your life. So as we travel along this path of life, left and right of us is the valley of the shadow of death. You follow after the flesh, your opinions and ideas, independent from God. You're on your way to dying. This comes out in the book of Romans chapter 8. So as we traverse this pathway over this valley of the shadow of death, in Christ we fear no evil, because His rod and staff, they comfort us. His rod deals with your enemies, and his staff delivers you when you're stupid enough to get off the path. You gotta listen to your Father. Then he reveals to you, as you mature, the path ahead. How he's prepared it before you even get there. Days, weeks, months ahead, as you traverse this creation of time. And by doing this, he anoints your head with oil to the point your cup can overflow. Anoint your head with oil. It's a symbol of the mind of Christ in your human spirit, overflowing to your carnal mind and renewing that mind. To school hard knocks, you learn. So one day, in the latter part of your life, you can look back, see all that we just said. Times you got off the road, he had to retrieve you, mistakes you made, he's forgiven you, and you've gone on. And you can, in hindsight, see what the Lord has done through your life. Surely, goodness and mercy has followed me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And you discover the eternal purposes of this experience. But it's all about, you can see the beginning from the end, and everything in between makes sense. I mean, something I've shared, others have shared, you've all heard it. That was not more than the 23rd Psalm of David. Living expressions of my own life. The latter part of my life, I can look back and you cringe at times, like, my God, what was I doing there? How he delivered me, put me back on his path. 17 videos I have on this channel that describe that path of my life. In the latter part of that last video, he lifts me above it all, off that path, in heavenly places in Christ. In Christ, and understanding what that means. Series of videos just on that, understand what it means to be in Christ. Beyond some religious, empty cliche. And you learn from experience. These things have I learned in experiential life, Paul said. They weren't just theories to him. He lived it. And many of us are doing that now, unaware that you're living that experience. The hand of God's always been in your life, unaware. Until some point you wake up and realize what he's doing, how his love for you. And you can in all things give thanks, because this has been God's will for you, that you walk this path, go through these peaks and valleys, and learn to stay on the narrow road, and at some point to get above it all, and stay in Christ. And don't come back down and get involved in this world again. You can see how things are going to work out. You don't have to figure it out anymore, because you can know. You become known as you are known. And you become the offspring of God that you were supposed to be. And you let this thing of what you created go. And what the world has created go. And you go on into the kingdom of the continuous. Another whole series of videos. So this is a short little video that gives you some idea of this experience, what you'll go through, and the value of it all. This life has its purpose, even though it's written that this world and this experience will one day be forgotten, never called to mind again. You won't need it, because you become known as you are known, and you pick up to the fact that God's your Father. This was His will for you concerning you. You were to manifest your eternal existence in a created material world. Temporary. That has a beginning, has an end. It's called created time. It begins, has an end, but beyond this beginning and end, there's this kingdom of the continuance. Eternal. And with your eternal mind and your spirit, you had no beginning of days, you have no end of days, you were, and you will be forever, a world without end. God bless.